This is so good. Look at that, a soft chocolate cookie with a chewy coconut center. It's just like a Mounds bar. Today I'm going to show you the technique that makes this possible. Normally, if you try to stuff a cookie with a filling like this, you end up with a filling that leaks out or a cookie that's still raw in the middle by the time the outside is done. I'll show you how to prepare the filling, wrap the dough around it, and use a mid-bake press for the perfect bake. I am so glad you're here. Let's have some fun. Let's make our coconut filling. First, you'll start with 2 1/3 cups of sweetened flaked coconut. That's 200 grams. Next, you'll need a 1/2 cup plus 2 tablespoons of sweetened condensed milk. This is 150 grams. Now you need 1 tablespoon or 20 grams of light corn syrup. Just a single tablespoon of this corn syrup helps the mixture retain moisture. This is an inverted sugar, so it's hygroscopic, it holds moisture. So our coconut filling won't dry out in the heat of the oven. A 1/4 cup of powdered sugar, 30 grams. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 5 milliliters. And then a 1/4 teaspoon of fine sea salt, that's 1.5 grams. Stir this until you have a thick, sticky, cohesive filling. Next, we need 1 tablespoon or 20-gram portions for our filling. We'll just scoop it onto here. It's very sticky and we'll be rolling it into balls, but it needs to be frozen first. So scoop or portion them just onto a parchment-lined tray, and then we will get these into the freezer. Now cover these with plastic wrap and put them in the freezer. Total chill time is 2 hours. After about an hour and a half, pull them out of the freezer and you'll roll them into tight balls and then just put them back into the freezer. They should be, after a nice chill, they're much easier to roll. So we'll wrap this up, make sure they don't dry out, and then we'll get them into the freezer. Let's combine our dry ingredients for our cookies. First, you'll need 3 1/2 cups of all-purpose flour. That's 440 grams. I'm putting this all in a sifter. You'll need a 1/2 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder. This is Dutch processed. It's darker and more rich, and this is 55 grams. You need 1 tablespoon of baking powder. That is 14 grams. 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 6 grams, and 1 teaspoon of fine sea salt, and that is 6 grams as well. Sift everything into the bowl. So the sifting eliminated any lumps, and now we need to whisk it to combine all of the ingredients. Once these dry ingredients are thoroughly combined, put this aside. Now we'll combine our wet ingredients in the bowl of a stand mixer, or if you're hand mixing, you'll need a large bowl. You'll need to combine granulated sugar first. This is 3/4 cup, 150 grams. We have light brown sugar packed. This is 3/4 cup or 170 grams. And then we have really nice, soft, room temperature butter. This is 3/4 cup. It's a stick and a half or 170 grams. We'll be using the paddle attachment. We'll be mixing this on medium-high speed for about 2 minutes until it is nicely creamed. Start out slow. Okay, I mixed this for 2 minutes. Now I will scrape the bowl down the beater just to make sure everything is combined here, and then we'll mix it one more time. Next, we'll add our eggs. Add 1 egg at a time. I'm adding the 1 whole egg in first, and then we'll do the egg yolks. And you want to make sure that you mix really well after each addition. That gives the lecithin in the egg yolk time to emulsify or really blend everything together very smoothly before you add the next one. I'm going to scrape the bowl down, and then we'll add our egg yolks in. All right. Okay, so I scraped the bowl down, and now I am adding the egg yolks in. Try to do one at a time here. All right. Next, we'll be adding our dry ingredients into the wet. We'll be doing this in 3 additions. Make sure that you don't overmix during this time and scrape the bowl down after each dry addition. Once your batter is all done, transfer it to a smaller bowl, unless you have the space in your fridge. Cover it with plastic wrap and we'll chill this for 30 minutes until it is scoopable and rollable. Okay, our coconut filling portions have chilled for 1.5 hours. So now they're very rollable. So just pick one up at a time and just roll it into a nice tight little ball. Okay, I'm putting these back into the freezer to continue chilling while we roll out our chocolate cookie dough. Now we'll portion out our cookie dough. We're doing about 2 tablespoons per portion. That's about 50 grams, and I'm using a number 30 cookie scoop. And we'll measure first. Once you get your portion, then roll it into a ball. Put it on a parchment-lined baking tray. These are done. I had a tiny bit of dough left over. It just kind of depends how you're measuring out, a gram or 2 here and there. So these make great cookies too. You can even stir a few chocolate chips in them, but I'm going to put this aside for now. I will grab the coconut centers and we'll start putting these together. Now it's time to have some fun. So grab a dough ball and flatten it with your hand. Just press down. Pick a center up, place it in the center, and then just start working your way around. And you want to make sure that this dough completely covers the coconut filling. Don't leave any cracks or any seams. And that is all there is to it. Give it a nice roll, and your first one is done. I'm finishing my last one. I did take a time out. My house is very warm today, and so they started getting difficult to work with and roll. So I put the coconut back in the freezer. I put this all back in the fridge. So if that happens to you, just let them chill for a little bit and then you can finish it out. So they are all done and they need a really good rest. We want these to be nice and cold when they hit the heat of the oven. I'm going to chill them for about 2 hours and then we will get them in the oven. Once your dough has rested and it's properly chilled, turn your oven to 350 degrees, 180 Celsius. I will show you. These should be rock hard, like that. They'll need a little room to expand, so I'm only doing 6 on the tray. We'll be baking these around 14 to 15 minutes, and around the 10-minute mark, I'll be doing a mid-bake technique. So let's get these in the oven. Okay, here we go. The 10-minute bake allows the edges to set. Now we press down that top steamy dome, and this will allow the cookies to just get a nice even bake for the last 4 minutes. The edges are set, and I see lots of beautiful cracks. They are done. Allow these to just sit on this pan for anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes. Just let them get that carryover heat and just settle, and then you can remove them to a wire rack to cool. I'm going to keep baking the rest of the cookies. Well, the cookies are all done. I couldn't be happier with them, and as you can see, no leaking. They are evenly baked. They look absolutely perfect. I love the crinkles on the top. These smell amazing and they look amazing. Let's have a look inside. So freezing the coconut filling before we baked paid off, and this filling is absolutely beautiful. It is gooey and soft and perfect. I can't wait to try a bite. This is so, so good. The cookie is chocolatey and tender, and the filling is like soft, and it's like a candy bar filling. It is chewy and has an amazing coconut flavor. You've got to try these.